Hey everyone, Agnach here. Welcome to another video. In today's video, I'll be giving a recap from our first group match in the Fury Cup. Resistance has 3 teams participating in this cup, and I'm part of Resistonce. We ended up facing Gensan Clan. Sadly, when the war started, we had a small incident, and our first attack was a 1-star with a 97% destruction. Thankfully, their first 2 attacks weren't triples either, but they had an 86% and a 90% 2-star. In our second attack, we got an 80% 2-star, and once again on their third attack, they got an 88% 2-star, so we still had a chance to win this war. We just needed to start the triples. I attacked third and managed to get the triple. This was the attack. So I came in with my normal super giant witch, 10 lightning spells and 2 earthquakes with a freeze as well. So on this one, obviously you have the 2 scatters, but I didn't want to zap both scatters as there wasn't much value with them. So I just zap this first scatter, damaging a little bit the RC, and then with the earthquake damaging that multi-inferno a little bit. Then I use the zaps to damage the eagle, get the expo and the whiz tower, and also damage the defenses at 12 o'clock. Start my giants with witches at 9 and 12 just to start creating a little bit of the funnel. And the idea was to send the RC from 12 and sending my wall wrecker from 10:30 with my king, queen and warden for them to walk into the single inferno compartment. Now, using the warden ability nice and early as the scatter shot is hitting my troops, I ended up using it a little bit earlier than what I wanted because the single inferno ended up targeting my wrecker, and I didn't want my wrecker to go down, and I didn't want to use the freeze just yet. The king ended up breaking through the wall and can go towards the scatter, but obviously he's going to be hitting the gold mine before the scatter. And now he's finally beating the wall in the center, and he's going to be going inside and getting rid of that royal champion. As you can see as well, I swagged that freeze at the top. I wanted to freeze the multi-inferno and the king to make sure he went down. Multi-inferno went down, and then I missed the king, so that freeze was swagged. Now there's a trillion skellies, however the single inferno knows where my queen is, so he's targeting her. So I decided to use her ability just to get rid of the inferno and the warden statue nice and early. I knew that for the rest of the base I wasn't going to need her ability, so I could use it just there and just speed up the process a little bit. Around here, even though I had a trillion witches, I was a little bit worried about that elixir container at 12. Time was getting a little bit close, but thankfully had so many witches, and still with the king, queen and warden, the tornado trap goes off, but the elixir container goes down, and this is a nice triple to start us off. Then we had them coming in, and they also triple fresh. So this is Edu Debochado. He's coming in the hybrid, normal hybrid with the 3 rages and 2 heals. He also has a blimp, sense. A few loons to the cannon. There are also a bit of cockaloons. The blimp does manage to get to the tank hole. Tank hole goes down. He also pulls the CC, which is going to help with his queen charge. All the headhunters go towards his queen, puts the poison down. And he also has a baby dragon that is going to be helping the queen get rid of those headhunters nice and quick. And that way she's not gonna have to use her ability or another rage. Now he decides to put the second rage there just to heal her back up and speed up the process for her to start moving. Sends the super wall breaker for the royal champ compartment. Healers are still under rage, which is helping the queen, but he still freezes the expo and the royal champ. The wizard out there just funneling, making sure that the queen goes inside, and there's a king around 10 o'clock just funneling some of the buildings. Single inferno on the queen, uses the freeze for the scatter and the single inferno, very nicely done, and also his cocoloon ends up getting one of the black mines. And now the queen is getting rid of the single inferno, and she's targeting the king. Now he sends all his hybrid into that archer tower. 9 o'clock is still not funneled, but some of the barbarians are going to be funneling those buildings. and his hybrid goes all the way into the center and manages to get where the eagle is nice and quickly. Now the Infernos left are multi-Inferno, so the queen is gonna be fine, uses the warden ability. The enemy, well, the defending queen goes down, uses his first heal at the first multi-Inferno. The queen gets rid of the other multi-Inferno, and now he uses her ability. The royal champ is on the scatter goes down. Now it's the bomb tower. He still has a lot of miners, he's got quite a few hogs, and the royal champ's still alive, and the queen is healing back up, and he still has a heal left. So this was a really nice attack by them, and they smashed his base. Uses the final heal. He didn't really have to use it, but it saved some of his hogs. And yeah, this is their first triple as well, and this was their fourth attack. So now we have to triple again. Now for our fourth attack, we had Dresa coming in, and he ended up going against Edu, and he managed to get the triple as well. So he's coming in with the hybrid as well, but this time around with the Zap hybrid. So he has the 5 zaps, the wizard, Agitator cannon, and the scatter with the earthquake damaging the Inferno and both expos. Puts the loon to funnel the queen for her to go to the right. Starts getting rid of some of the defenses. Now she's moving up, so now he's starting to funnel around 2 o'clock just to make sure that the queen walks inside towards the single Inferno, otherwise she's going to be walking away, and we don't want that Inferno locking onto her and her not getting rid of it. So he uses the first freeze, rage and the freeze. Queen walks inside, gets rid of the single Inferno, the CC comes out, headhunters go towards the queen, puts the poison down. There's also a witch there. Queen manages to deal with the CC. Now she's gonna be going inside, and she can get rid of the expos and the royal champ, and he starts with his king and siege barracks at 11 and sends his hybrid directly into the town hall. Now the queen uses her ability, gets rid of the royal champ. Now because this was a 5 zap hybrid, he doesn't have another rage for his queen, so the queen dies, but at least he gets a healer swap, and the healers go towards his hybrid. Now the hybrid is going through the base, puts the heal down as they're going through the scatter shots and the multi-inferno. Thankfully those healers are there also helping the hybrid. Uses the king ability, which is also joined up with the hybrid instead of staying outside dealing with cleanup. But at least that way the scatter is being tanked by the king as the hogs from the siege barracks come in, get rid of the scatter. They're going to be finishing on the eagle, but he still has plenty of miners, he still has lots of hogs. Uses the RC ability, damages the eagle. Now there's miners and hogs in the eagle will go down, and now there's only a wizard tower and an archer tower left, and we know this is going to be a triple. Very nicely done by Dresa. So this helped us get back there, and then they were coming in with their final attack, and their final attack was against me on a base that I copied from World Champs, and sadly it didn't defend very well. They came in with this with the hybrid again with 3 rages and 2 heals. Let's see how they do. They started with a queen walk at 3, baby dragon at 4:30 just to funnel her inside. That he wanted to charge the queen into the town hall. This is another Kakaloon and sends a super wall breaker, and now she's gonna be able to go inside and have access to the expos, the town hall. The CC will come out. Now on this occasion we also didn't have a player participating in the war that had super minions. Usually I like putting super minions on this base. It makes this queen charge a little bit harder, but this time around we didn't have the super minions, so I had to use the lava, and it didn't work as well as I hoped. The healers under rage keep supporting the queen, and the expo and the cannon, they're not strong enough to kill her. Now that the pups were hitting the queen, he has to put a second rage down just to make sure her health tops up. uses the second super wall breaker to open the town hall compartment. Now if she walks inside, she's going to be able to go and get rid of the scattershot as well and the clan castle, therefore making the pathing for his hybrid a lot nicer and tighter. Puts the king down at 6 with the siege barracks around 7 and the hybrid going directly into the eagle. The queen doesn't end up walking inside just yet, so the scatter is going to be hitting some of his hybrid as well as the queen hitting them. The queen never goes back inside and she's going to walk outside, but she's going to be able to get rid of some of the defenses and some of the trash buildings out there. Uses the rage with his hybrid, puts the freeze on one of the scatters. The hogs from the siege barracks finally comes out. I've got one multi-inferno and one single inferno, so he freezes the Whiz Tower and the multi-inferno, which is going to be better for him. Uses the royal champ ability as a single inferno was targeting her, but she still does, but the inferno goes down. The queen is still topped up. There's nothing that can kill her, and this was a triple as well. So after their 5 attacks, they finished with 12 stars, and even though we had percent and the same amount of triples, we also had that 1 star from the beginning, and we needed a 3 star to win this war in the last attack. So this was the last attack from CJ coming in against Rion. So as I said, we needed the 3 star to win. It didn't matter, 99% 2 star, we lost. So let's see how CJ comes in. At the moment we've got 9 stars. And he's coming in with the sub Lalo. So he subs in the center. He wants to get rid of the queen, gets rid of the expo, and also damages the single inferno, and he wants to do the RC trick for the inferno. Thankfully there were no Teslas over there, so the RC goes from the Whiz Tower to the cannon. Now he can pop her ability. The single inferno goes down, and now she moves up to the town hall. He wanted to sue his heroes for the town hall and for the CC. The lava and the headhunters come out. He does have a poison for that CC, sends the ice golem as well. The king is going down, kills the first headhunter. Now he sends a couple of minions are gonna be helping killing the second headhunter. And now that the lavas are there, he puts the poison down for the pups, sends the super wall breaker for the town hall compartment. The king walks inside, uses the ability. The king is going to be able to go into the town hall and damage it a bit. And now the queen is walking around. We were saying, please do not walk, don't walk, and uses the ability. The ability manages to last enough time that she gets the town hall down. So far, so good. He starts with his Lalo, sends a few loons with the lavas. Finds a few Teslas as well, or the Tesla farm. So they're heading first towards the scattershot, sends the blimp, and the blimp he's gonna pop it here open, and it's for the scatter and for the dragon to kill the royal champion. So now we've gotten rid of the queen with the subs, and with the dragon we got rid of the royal champ. The first scatter also went down. Now he uses his warden ability as the loons are pathing towards the scatter. Uses a freeze here for the scatter and a haste for the outside loons to keep that the main pack of loons inside the base. Now they can get rid of the 2 ground expos, and now we only have that single inferno and the Whiz Tower left. I think probably would have been better if he uses that freeze on the Whiz Tower and the air defense, but we've got another pack of loons coming from the other side as this Wizard Tower is being tanked. And it's the last defense. It goes down. Now it's just a cannon that will do nothing to the loons. We still had plenty of time, and this was a nice triple from CJ. So CJ managed to get the triple, and we finished 12-12. We had a 95.4% destruction, and they had a 92.8% destruction. GG to Gensan Clash. It was a very good war, and we really enjoyed it. So if you like this video, please remember to click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and I'll keep bringing you more of these tournament style videos as well. We've got quite a few tournaments at the moment with Resistonce, so I'll bring you more content like this. Just let me know if you do like it in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. See ya.